Welcome to another ride with Lane's Explorer, and today we're going to be riding in the shadow of Farleton Crag, and it's going to be a ride along a green lane. Well, green in the centre, but we're going to be on the tarmac. Now unfortunately the camera seems to have tilted itself up a little bit, and it wasn't until part way along this little lane I realised that, so I had to tilt it down. It seems to be going up even more, but anyway, I hope it's not spoiling your enjoyment too much. And I'm going very slowly, it appears. I don't think I was riding that slowly, but apparently I am. I can't tell from this how fast I'm going, but probably about 5 miles an hour. Still, it's the only way to enjoy these lanes, isn't it? Oh, we're just going to have a little brook there. Now this is a Sunday lunchtime, and this lane is very quiet, which is nice. It's also rather hot. This motorcycle gear is not the coolest, especially when you've got a bright yellow jacket on. Oh, I think we go this way. This way? Yes, this is the way. Oh, I think that hedge needs a bit of a trim. Can't see a thing over that. Well, now where is this leading us? That's the question. The reason we're coming this way is because I'm hoping it will lead me onto that gated road that I failed to take the other day. And I think this road is one that I should have taken way back last September, October time, when I first discovered this area. And I ventured part way down. I got to as far as a little bridge, which we'll come to. As far as that little bridge, and I thought, Lord, I don't really know, this isn't quite the right way. And so I took another route, took me to the little hamlet of Farleton itself. So that was interesting, but this time I thought, no, we'll take this little route. And I've got to it off the road that leads up from the roundabout on the A6 up towards, here's a little bridge, up to Crooklands that way, through Burton Kendal. So we're going to stop here for a moment. There's a lovely little bridge, little river chuckling underneath, and I did actually take some still photographs of that bridge too. But anyway, we're moving off now. Decided to be in there long enough, taking some photographs. So off we go. The cloud looks a bit grey up there, but it didn't. Nothing happened. It just moved off. So this was a little bit of road that I did venture down, and then thought, no, I don't think that. Now this is where I realised that the camera had tilted, so I've tilted it back down again. I think that's a lot better, isn't it? So I think you will enjoy it now. I certainly will. I can see the road. That was a good idea. It's funny too, it seems to be going faster. I'm not actually riding any faster. Perhaps I am. Probably 10 miles an hour now. I seem to remember that I was chugging along in second gear, and what's that doing? A few butterflies. Now we're going to go left here, I think, and this is the leads us on. This is actually the gated, well, this isn't the gated road, this leads us to the gated road, and as you saw, it's actually a cycle route, Sustrand cycle route, and that's one of the reasons I chose it. I thought, oh, if cyclists go down there, then that would probably be jolly interesting, and so it was. So this is the bit of road that I missed on that last ride from Hutton Roof, because I ended up going into a farmer's field, well, not farmer's field, towards his farm anyway, and turned back. Got a few blackbirds around. And yes, we've had, I think it was about 36 hours of continuous rain. And you will see a bit further, it's actually dried up quite quickly, but the water has run off Farleton Crag a bit further along, and we do actually have to go through quite a long water splash. So that's quite exciting, isn't it? That's Farleton Crag up there on the right hand side. So yes, this part's all new. Although you could be forgiven for saying to yourself, yes, but all these lanes look alike. They've all got hedges and grass down the middle. Now here's the gate that closes off the road. Fortunately it's open. That was a little lane on the left there that I went down, that leads to the farm. And then we came back along here. Now of course since that ride, which was about 3 or 4 days ago, we've had an awful lot of rain, and that's why things look more green now than they did before, and also the sun's overhead. Now here's the water splash coming up, so lift your feet. Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? And because the sun's overhead, it's not on my eyes. Having said that, the sun's just gone in, look. Extremely bumpy bit of road. And that's the other gate. So that section behind us we've just left was the gated section, and now we're on an ordinary lane. If any lane could be called ordinary, I don't think they are. To me they're special places. And I'm riding along here in the secure knowledge that I can now possibly repair a puncture in a tubeless tyre with my Gremlin tyre repair kit that I carry with me. Oh, little rabbit ran across the road there. And the reason for that is I've come across a YouTube channel by a lady, I think her name's Charlie, and she's a paramedic, and she's called Rest Day Rider is the channel that she has, and she's got about 300 odd subscribers, so she's doing quite nicely. She's only been riding a very short time. I think she passed her test about a year ago, and she's got one of these one of her little videos. She got a couple of tyres, old motorcycle tyres from a shop, and set about practicing to put a plug in, a get you home type plug, which is all you can do with them, and then you get the tyre replaced. But it was jolly useful, and I thought, oh, that's good. So I've seen that. I did. She made a comment, and I commented on it. I said how useful it was, and she said, "Well, now of course you'll never have a puncture." So that'd be good. Let's hope not. Anyway, let's pull in for this car. He probably lives around this way, so it's a perfect right to drive down it, hasn't he? I'm just an interloper. Anyway, check out Rest Day Rider, and she's got some interesting stuff on there. She's up on a camping trip, motorcycle camping trip from Wiltshire right up to Aberdeen and back, so that'd be interesting to watch. And we're going to go off to the left, and this leads us to the little village of Hutton Roof, but we won't, once again, we won't go all the way to Hutton Roof, we'll just stop at the road junction. Just come up to a little finger post, as I call them, and the little finger post says left is Lupton. That's a little lane to Lupton. We're going to go straight along. But when we get to the end, there's another lane, another road that leads to Lupton. So all roads lead to Lupton apparently. Except those that don't. You never know what's in the next bend, do you, on these lanes? Right, well, we're not far off the end of this particular ride, and I hope you've enjoyed it, especially that water splash. I really enjoyed that, and cooled me down no end. And so yes, I'll say thank you very much for watching this one, and nice bit of grass there, and we hope to see you again for another ride down possibly the lane, possibly a slightly wider road, because these are very tile works. Right over there is the Barben Fells. Look, that looks nice, doesn't it? A lovely view of them. Ah, yes. Perfect. Right, we'll leave you here with that lovely view. See you again soon.